welcome to my channel, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make Haitian eggs with shrimp and hot dogs and fig. I think it's safe to say that this will be the first video on YouTube that shows you how to make Haitian eggs with shrimp in it. I have not seen no other Haitian eggs with shrimp in it on YouTube, okay? I ain't seen it yet, okay? I ain't see it. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. Stay tuned and watch it happen. So here I have my fig. This is a fig, y'all. So a fig is basically a green banana. They like siblings or whatever, okay? But you cannot just eat the green banana. It has to be cooked, unlike its sibling, the yellow banana that could just be eaten like that. You can't eat that like that. You're gonna be sick. It's gonna be nasty. It ain't the way it's done. Don't do it, okay? So here we're gonna take off the front piece. We're gonna take off the back piece, and then we're gonna go ahead. We're going to put a line through it like this, and we're gonna put a line through it like that. And that's so when we boil it, the skin could come off easily, okay? The skin could come off, okay? And then this is, you do the same thing to the second one. Now we have two. Now we have some water in the pot. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to put a half wedge of lime. We're going to put that in there, and this is so the water don't turn black and nasty, okay? Because if you not put that in there, the water's going to turn black and it's going to turn nasty. It's going to look nasty. Everybody going to talk about you, and ain't nobody going to want to eat your eggs and your fig. So don't, go ahead and make sure you put the little lime in there, okay? All right, so here I have some bell peppers. I have all the colors, and boop, yeah, I thought I was too fancy when I did this like that. Yes, went ahead and cut that up, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut up some onions. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut up some tomatoes, and then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut up our hot dogs. I'm using 2 hot dogs. When it comes to your vegetables, you could use how much you so desire. I can't really tell you how much to use. You could see how much I use, but you could use how much you use. And I'm using 2 hot dogs. This is a serving for 2 people. At first, in the beginning, y'all, when I was starting to make this video, I was gonna make it for just myself. But then my friend called me on the phone, and my friend was like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just cooking some food." "What you cooking?" I said, "Oh, I'm making some Haitian eggs with some shrimp and some hot dogs." She was like, "I'm on the way." So, you know, I had to go ahead and make this for a recipe for 2, okay? Because, you know, people, they love my cooking. My friend, she loved my cooking, okay? All right, so here we have the shrimp. We went ahead, we removed the skin from the shrimp. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna remove the stomach lining so we can clean our shrimp. There's usually the back, the lining in the back you have to remove also, but this shrimp is already cleaned that way, so all I have to do is remove the stomach lining, okay? I also wanted to let you guys know that you see the fig, how I boiled it with the skin on. Some Haitians do not like that, okay? Especially some Haitian men, they don't like that. They feel like you need to peel the fig before you could put it inside of the water, which is the green banana. But I don't want to do it like that. I feel like you're doing extra work for what? So I'm not going to do that, okay? All right. So anywho, back to the shrimp. I'm cleaning my shrimp with some lime so that it don't have that outside smell and it don't stink. And you know it's seafood, and you know seafood be hot and it be stank. Okay, so make sure you clean your shrimp with some lime. I use 1 lime wedge, okay? Then I went ahead, I rinsed it off, and I dried it. I patted dry so the shrimp could be dry, okay? All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shrimp and I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces. I'm going to take each shrimp and I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces like so. All right, and here we have my hot dogs. I have my shrimp, my bell peppers, my tomatoes, and my onions. Now I'm going to set that to the side while I start working on the eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and use 6 eggs, 3 eggs per person. At first I was doing 3, but then I told you I had a little phone call from my friend telling me she want to eat some of my food. And you know, I'm such a good friend. I really am. So I decided to cook for her too. So then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna clean the zit, okay? You gotta clean the zit. You see the white part of the egg, you gotta go ahead and remove that. If you're making Haitian eggs, you're making it the Haitian way, you gotta go ahead and you're gonna remove that because it helps with the smell of the egg. It helps the egg not have that raw smell. When you don't remove it, the egg have more of that raw smell, and we wanna remove that raw smell. So you wanna go ahead, you wanna take out all of the white that you can. You ain't gonna be able to remove it all, but all that you could possibly remove it. Then you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna take some lime, and you're gonna put some lime juice in there like I just did. This is also for the smell of the eggs, because eggs tend to have this raw smell to it, okay? And we don't want it to smell so raw to the point where we cannot eat it because the smell is killing us. So then I went ahead and I put some epices. I put 1 teaspoon of épices. If you don't know how to make épices, I have a video on how to make épices, and I'm gonna go ahead and have the link in the description box so you could click on it and find out how to make it. So then I went ahead and I put some Maggie. I put 1 cube of chicken flavored bouillon, which is Maggie. At first I was gonna use half a cube because remember I was supposed to make 1 serving. So right there I put the half a cube, but you're gonna see me put the other piece, okay? Then I went ahead and I put some pepper. You could put some pepper to your liking. Then I went ahead and I used this Calypso hot sauce that I like, okay? And you could put how much of that you want because it's a little spicy, and I don't know what your spicy preference is, okay? I like my stuff to have a little kick to it. You might not. So you do it how you want to do it. If you do not have the Calypso hot sauce, have no fear, baby. If you have a Bonnet pepper, just go ahead and crush it up and put it in there. Okay, you could do that. I wouldn't recommend putting your hot sauce in there because I ain't never do that. Just put it when it's done if you want to do it like that, okay? Then I went ahead and I put about 1 tablespoon of butter, okay? Just so it could give it a little more flavor. And I'm going to mix it up as you see I'm doing. And boom, here we have our figue. They're done cooking. They've been cooking for about I'll say about an hour. The heat was not that high, so that's why it cooked for so long, okay? Then what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to remove the water that it was cooking in, and we're going to put it in some cold water so that it will not continue to cook, okay? The one thing about figue is if you overcook it, low apprenti done, which means the water will get into it and you're going to have a disaster. So you don't want to overcook your figue, okay? But at the same time, you want to make sure your figue is cooked. All right. So then I have my pot. I went ahead and I put about 1 tablespoon of oil. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my hot dogs first. I'm going to let my hot dogs brown a little bit. The way the Haitians say it, ma pite hot dog la apprenti coule. That means I'm going to let the hot dog get a little bit of color. If y'all don't learn nothing else on this channel, y'all going to learn some Creole. I done told you once, I told you twice. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add all of my veggies, which is my onions, my tomatoes, and my bell peppers of all the different colors that I wanted to use. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let that cook on the stove. I'm going to let it tenderize a little bit because I don't really like it to be too raw, okay? If you like it raw a little bit, then I would suggest you don't cook it for as long, okay? But I like mine to soften up a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my shrimp, which is the star of the dish. We're going to add our shrimp and we're going to go ahead. We're going to mix it around and we're going to let it cook. It's up to you because some Haitians do like their shrimp overcooked, believe it or not. But me, I'm not one of them Haitians. I like my shrimp to not be overcooked, okay? So I ain't going to let it cook for too long, okay? And plus, remember, it's still going to cook a little bit more because you still have the eggs that you're going to add in there and the eggs need to cook, okay? So now when it look a little something like this, we're going to go ahead. We're going to add our eggs. We're going to add the entire egg thingy. We're going to add all of that into there like that, okay? All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to let it cook, okay? So we're not just going to keep scrambling it because even though this is scrambled eggs, but that's not how Haitians do it. We don't want the egg to be too small and too scrambly, okay? All right. So we got to go ahead and let that one side cook. Let that one side get a little color. Let it brown a little bit. You see, I'm just moving it to the side so the egg could get at the bottom and that egg can cook as well, okay? All right. And then when we let it cook like this, we letting it sit on that side for a little minute, we're going to go ahead. We're going to break it up and we're going to flip it, okay? And we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to the side. We're going to flip it. And we're going to do the whole thing to the whole thing, okay? We're going to do that to the whole thing, all right? And Haitians usually like their eggs to get a little color. They'll always tell you, oh, which means let me let the eggs get a little color. They want it to get a little brown, okay? They don't really want it to be too yellow. Why? I don't know. That's what my mama used to say, okay? My auntie used to always say that the eggs got to get a little bit of color. So, yeah, okay? So let it get a little bit color. Like you see that one over there got a little brown on it, okay? But I don't want my eggs to be too brown. Okay, to me, this good right here. The eggs is good to me. The shrimp is cooked. The hot dog is cooked. Everything is cooked. And look how scrumptious. That thing just looking beautiful, child. Who I'm telling you, when you have your Haitian Zo Papi, your Haitian man coming to your house, girl, and you going to make him some breakfast because he been good to you and he been paying them bills, girl. This what you make him, especially if he a shrimp lover. You make it for him like this, okay? Let me finish showing you how you make it for your man, okay? All right. So now we have the fig that's sitting in that water that was not hot, the cold water, okay? And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna peel the fig. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna peel the fig, and we're gonna take a knife like you see the one I do, the one I have. It's not a rigid knife, okay? It's a soft knife, okay? We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go like this all around it. And this is just for decoration. This is just to make it look appealing to the eye. This is so you can set up your man plate and it could be beautiful, okay? Beautiful, okay? All right, then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut each of the ends. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna run some warm water, and we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put it underneath the warm water just so we could clean it up a little bit more, like this, like that, okay? Then when we're done with that, we gotta go ahead, we gotta take that water out of it. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna push it in your hand like this. You're gonna hold it like it's a never mind, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead, we have them in a plate, all right, like this. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put the egg in the middle, okay, to make it look nice. Then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna wipe the plate down. And you guys, usually I like to use oranges. I like to put oranges on the side, but I didn't have no oranges, so I went ahead and I used tomatoes, okay? And I went ahead for a garnish. I went ahead and I put that little parsley in the middle for the garnish. And baby, there you have it, petite child. That's what petite means, child. It don't get no better than that. I'm trying to tell you, this Haitian eggs with shrimp right here, baby, that Haitian man will love you and pay all your bills. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. And there you have it, guys. It don't get no better than that. Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to comment. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye. Until next time.